If a man texts me and I'm on my way to do any type of woman maintenance, hair, nails, lashes, wax, and I tell you what I'm doing and you don't offer to pay or you just don't send no money, you can really go to hell. And you can really lose my number because
The man that I choose to do life with, to work so much into the ground and work himself into the ground that he cannot enjoy what he's sowing.
What up, dude? This your boy Peanut, the People's Nut Man, back with another one. You already know what it is, but I still gotta repeat it. I'm not a life coach. I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a guru. Just a practitioner of life giving helpful advice. Hey, but today's episode, man, we're going to highlight the mentality of a wife and why she is considered a wife. And I hope you guys listen to what she's saying because she is breaking it down. And this is the type of woman you want. This is the type of woman you want. And I'm going to show the type that you don't want at the end. But let's jump into it.
I want him to not be afraid to come home if he gets laid off, if something happens at work, if he becomes sick and has to take off work for a little bit. I want him to know my wife got us. We got savings because my wife been working. My wife contributes. It's not just on me. I think we really need to think about how that feels for someone when everything is on them. All the taking care of the kids and their bills and what it costs to feed and uh, clothe and get them into these different schools and activities. You have a wife, you have a house, there's cars, there's vacation potentially, there's 401k, there's healthcare, there's a bunch of things that I'm probably not even naming off. And then your world falls apart. And now who is going to help out with that? Some of the videos that I see on social media is just disappointing because it goes to show how men are really not thought of. Their mental health isn't cared about, their peace isn't cared about, their interests aren't cared about. And as somebody who had a father who took care of us, and my mom didn't have to want for nothing, she still decided to work. And she was a stay-at-home mom. We had a nanny, all those things. And she, at whatever point, decided to go back to work. And she has always raised us and told us it's a partnership. Don't let that man just do everything. That man has heart and feelings. That man has a million things going on in his head. You, as his helpmeet, be a helper. Bring some peace and some ease to him. He deserves to have hobbies too. He deserves a life too. So all this rhetoric on the internet about I need a provider man and I just want to sit and twiddle my thumbs and go on trips and not account for anything, you have to understand where the weight of bills, which is real for all of us, is going to go. That man. You have to recognize while you are not having any stress and worry, what is happening to that man. You may not have the stress and worry, but now the man has his own stress and worry and is picking up your weight as well. I think it's just very different um, in regular working class people than rich. I'm not talking about rich people. And a lot of people that claim to be rich ain't even rich. A lot of people that claim that they got provider man don't really have them. And they might be providers financially, but what happens spiritually, emotionally, mentally? How do they treat your kids or y'all's kids? Because it's a lot going on TikTok with that. How do they treat you? It's just so much I want to say, but be very, very mindful of what you think you want. And if you say you are a woman of God, pray about it. Ask God the qualities of a man you should be looking for. I want a provider man. What does that look like? Because it's not just financial. And God can do a lot more with a man of God, and he will care for you in ways you can't imagine over you going over here dating folk that you don't got no business dating because you want a provider. You want to prove a point. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's a lot of people that will rather go to hell to prove that they got all the bags and shoes and trips and sleep with somebody and be with somebody who they do not like and are not attracted to prove a point and live a life of luxury, all to go to hell. But who am I? Who am I?
Now, I hope you guys see what wife talk is. You heard how she said it's a team work, it's a team effort, that she does not want her man to work himself to death to try to support her and the whole family. She's going to do what she needs to do because she's a helpmate to help him. There is nothing in the Bible that said a man is only the one to provide. When we think about even the hunter-gatherer days, women hunted and they brought back provisions themselves. Also, they got berries. The men just did the big game. So all of these women that have this notion that it's a man's supposed to do that, he's supposed to, like, he is not supposed to kill himself to make sure that you are happy. Y'all both supposed to be making each other happy versus you trying to beat this man down, go get 2, 3, 4 jobs so you can live a materialistic lifestyle. That sounds crazy. And I feel bad for the men that go out here and try to do that for these women because you are crazy. And you have to value yourself more to not let a woman put you in that position, my guy. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it. But this young lady got so much backlash from her other video that she was so shocked about it that she had to make a follow-up video. And let's see what she said in this follow-up video.
I still stand on what I said. I don't want the man that I choose to do life with to work so much into the ground and work himself into the ground that he cannot enjoy what he's sowing. You reap what you sow. What is it to build all of these things, do all of these things, make all this money, have all these things, and you can't enjoy it because you're stressed, you're overworked, you're tired? I want him to enjoy. So whatever I need to do as a partner, as a wife, as a helper, a helpmeet, is what I'm going to do. Whatever that looks like for us. Because I actually care about my partner's mental health. I actually care about him enjoying life. I actually care about him doing more than just working. We are all big grown and big adults, and there is no amount of clout or attention to my video or insults that I'm going to have. I've been called a pick me for the last 24 hours because I simply said I don't want him to just provide. I want him to be taken care of too. I don't want him to feel like it's all on him. There's no amount of insults. There's no amount of disrespecting me and my belief system in God that is going to make me change what I said. I said what I said. The husband that God has for me, may he know that I truly have his back. And may he know that if he was to lose everything, I would be right there to help support him and help him get back on his feet. I don't claim that, but life has so many ups and downs. So many people lose jobs. So many people get sick. So many people get cancer. Like, life is really happening to people. So yes, I'm empathetic that my future husband needs a helper, a wife that cares about his emotions, his feelings, his mental health, his physical health, who cares about his stress levels, and who does not want him to be completely consumed in bills and paying bills. Being a provider isn't just paying bills. Being a provider does not mean that your significant other has to sit and work from sunup to sundown and I don't help him in any type of way and contribute in any type of way. That's not what being a provider is. But God bless. And thank you so much for the insults. It really speaks to where you all are, and it really speaks to your character and how you view men. And I just pray that my brothers and the men around me are around women who truly value them and not just look at them as a bank. God bless y'all. Do what you will with that.
Now these next women and these next clips I'm going to post, there's going to show you the difference in their mentality and the difference of their thinking.
And I'm on my way to do any type of woman maintenance, hair, nails, lashes, wax. And I tell you what I'm doing, and you don't offer to pay, or you just don't send no money, you can really go to hell. And you can really lose my number, because I don't know, it just bothers my soul knowing I'm telling you what I'm about to do, and you know it's gonna involve spending some bread, and you ain't sending nothing. Like, leave me alone forever.
And my self-esteem is not that low that I need a pretty girl on my arm that ain't doing nothing for me to have other men be like, oh, that's you, bruh? That's you, bruh? Like, I need for y'all to level up your confidence to where you don't feel like you have to do these things to just have a pretty woman on your arm and demand respect. But we're going to highlight these two women mentality and how they thinking. One of them I think is a skit, but the other one I know it's a lot of women that think like her. Let's jump into it.
And talk to me the way that I talk to him sometimes, I would be in a literal puddle. Like, sometimes I am so mean to that man, and he's always so kind. And I know that if he ever returned the same words and the same tone, I would cry. Which leads me to think, like, why is it okay that I talk to him that way? Because
couldn't even get a job or build a business. We had to sprinkle with you. We had to get married to you. Now we don't have to get married to you. We don't have to share a bed with you. So if you want that, pay our bills.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. Never enter any sort of relationship with you where the person thinks they're doing you a favor just by being in the relationship with you. If them being with you is not enough and they need something in return, do not be with that person. They don't like you. Again, if you listen to her, she's talking about how like women were obligated to get married, obligated to be with certain men. She's very much implying that that's not what she wants to do, okay? Which is completely fine if you want to be single, date other women, etc., etc. Her and many women who say these same things on the internet are actively telling us that they don't like dating men. It's not an enjoyable experience for them. Luckily for them, again, like she said in the video, you do not have to. There are too many women out there who do want to date men to be stuck on the fact that there's this percentage of women that don't want to date men and will just never be satisfied unless they're getting XYZ from said man.
Look, I'm not here to tell anybody how to live their life, because I am from the belief of there's no right or wrong way to live, because you just have to make the choices and make them work for you. So my life is my life, your life is your life. What you eat don't make me shit. But I would just share this advice with all my young bulls. Make sure that your confidence is enough in yourself that you were not willing to put up with these demands from some of these so-called IG bad B and all this other stuff. I get it. Some of y'all just want to see how it is, but I guarantee it's not worth it. Once you get past the exterior and once you get past the looks and you see her for who she is, her character, you won't even probably want to do it, because a lot of them carry this dark, shitty nature, and it's not cool. And it's just, you be like, nah, I can't even hang out with her. That's when your post-nut clarity make you just want to put on your clothes and get ghost, because she look good, but you don't want to cuddle and hang with her because she's stupid or she just got bad spirit. So why not just skip the pleasure that you know you will regret later? But I really do hope my young bulls and some of my OGs are learning and seeing the difference between a woman that has a marriage mind versus a woman that just want to be a leech. You have a lot of women out here that just want to be leeches. They don't want to be a partner. They want to be a parasite. So you got to be careful on who you picking and who you choose to share your resources with. This your boy Peanut the People's Nut, man. Until next time. Peace.